I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
On today's episode of Women Reaction Direct to Fire Force episode 14, For Whom the Flames Burn. Now that was some slick ass animation. That is how you do a boss battle. That was just unbelievably amazing. Excellent episode. Now last we left off, the White Clads have made their move against Asuka, the 7th and the 8th. They've infiltrated this jurisdiction by using one of the White Clads' powers to transform themselves into identical townspeople. So there is just unbelievably tons of chaos going on. Not only are infernals popping up because, again, part of the White Clads' plans was using infernal insects to sacrifice themselves and become infernals while they're in Asuka, but like no one knows what's going on, so it's complete and utter chaos. Conroe has to give Benimaru a little speech, like, hey, I'm not the man in charge. You're the one that everyone looks up to. You are the king of Asuka. Like, you have to go out there and you have to man up. And what we see is just another reason why Benimaru is considered OP, the mightiest Fire Force soldier. He literally attaches a couple of the Mato to the, I think, one of the tallest buildings in the area and literally turns it into a rocket, and it kind of just hovers there above the entirety of the town, where he proclaims what the plan was. Like, hey, everyone, the White Clads, the Evangelists, they've infiltrated Asuka, but they're not going to take us down. We are strong. We will make it through this. Okay, so Benimaru has a plan. Everyone cheers. Everyone's gleeful. What's the only course of action when you don't know who to trust and anyone could be a spy? That's right, fist fight. Everyone fuck everyone else up, and eventually, once the last person is knocked out, we'll know who was a real townsperson and who was a fake. And I gotta say, that's the best course he could have took. It was just absolutely hilarious, and everyone's going along with it. Everyone is gleefully beating the shit out of everyone else. Oh, so amazing. So much so that even Maki and Tamaki get into it. Like, even Obi and Takahisa are like, should we start fighting each other? He's like, nah, I'm good. Absolutely love that part. Cutting back to Shinra versus, I think his name was Haran. Now, Haran just ingested an infernal insect. And here's where we get an interesting bit of information. There are different classifications of infernals. A horned infernal, which we'll soon learn, is called a demon. Shinra sees Haran turn into one, and holy shit, it reminds him of that day, of that creature he saw where supposedly his mother and brother were killed. We now know the brother is alive and part of the White Clad, so holy shit. Does that mean the thing that killed the mother and I guess took Sho, was that a human turned demon? Like, oh my, like, so many questions pop up. And at this point, Shinra's pretty much out of it. He's having those flashbacks, and all of a sudden he gets visions of his legs being nothing but bones, but somehow they have rib cages, which is very fucking weird. They look super weird, super black, charred, demonic. Like, what is going on? The Arrow Girl tells him, oh, you must have the Adala link. Now, we heard of Adala Burst. So what the hell is an Adala link? Something screwed up. Something, it must be some kind of initial link between him and the Adala, like the primordial flame. Like, I think that, I don't know. I had to catch up on the terms because we had that hiatus, but she sees this and she begins to go off on him like, hey, you shouldn't be part of the Fire Force. You need to come with us. You're part of us. Those are the flames that incinerate humanity. Meanwhile, Arthur's up there all by himself trying to take on this demon. Ain't doing shit, getting clobbered. Fuckers circle around, and now Shinra's in the fight again, and Arrow Girl's gone. Like, shit is just getting crazy. They're getting beat. Like, this thing is just fucking OP. It's probably the strongest one we've seen in the series so far. Scratch that. It is the strongest one we've seen in the series so far. Luckily though, some Matoi come out of nowhere. It is Benimaru. Now this, like I said, is how you do a fucking boss fight. The animation, the effects, just everything was fucking on par. I absolutely loved every second of it. Benimaru taking him on, none of his moves are doing. He's like, fuck this, I gotta take you where I'm not gonna destroy the town. Takes him up into the upper atmosphere. He's just flying on his fucking magic broom. And although the Arrow Girl disappeared, she's not gone. She sees this and fires one of her fucking arrows at Benimaru. It doesn't matter how high you go, my arrow will always hit its target. And just like, you think this is gonna be an end all be all, couldn't Benimaru just kind of like suffocate the arrow with his second generation ability? But is he just too preoccupied with, you know, fighting the demon? Like, I have no clue. But Conroe sees this, he flames up, but of course he has Tephosris, which is the you know, he's basically burned out. He can't do shit anymore, and if he flames up, he's probably gonna ash out. But upon seeing this, he has a flashback into Shinra saying, don't worry, worry. You can count on me. Use me as your tool. And he yells Shinra. And this is where we get another scene of a possible Adala link. Is he somehow connected to people with pyrokinesis? Because his legs kind of activate and you see this kind of glitchy, fiery effect going on. What the hell's going on? He looks up, he sees it, and he fucking takes off. Literally like a bat out of hell. And he's trying to chase this. And I'm thinking, now I'm definitely not a scientist or anything, as you can tell by my Dr. Stone inbreeding videos. If we're to take this realistically, we saw a sonic boom, and a sonic boom only happens at Mach 1, I believe, and that's like 750 miles per hour. And then even after the sonic boom, we still see him speed up to catch the arrow that's way ahead of him. So, I mean, he's not human, he's pyrokinetic, but still, can a human even all I know is this showcased him just being super badass. The animation on his face was ridiculous. When they finally caught up to the arrow and he was able to push it off, this just gave me super goosebumps. I just felt chills when he was like, no, fuck this. My flames aren't for humanity's destruction, they're for their preservation. I'm there to save humanity. I am going to be a hero, and literally diverts the supposedly undivertible arrow. Even after the arrow girl says, no, your will's not strong enough, he just proved you wrong. And then we end the episode with some of the best looking animation I've seen in a very long time. When Benimaru takes on his Lao Chop 7th form of the sun, it does nothing, and then we see him borrow a move from Conroe, which, he sees it and he goes, oh shit, the Crimson Moon, and he does this kind of like L-shaped palm thrust right into the Infernal's already heated up chest, and it goes blue and then eviscerates him, absolutely destroys him, and the explosion results in a just red tint over the entire sky. It was absolutely gorgeous. I loved every second of that animation. So dynamic, so fluid, so pretty. The colors, the contrasting of the red and the blue against the black background of the city seen beneath, and then we have the giant explosion of white and black silhouettes into a red tinted giant fucking moon. It was just unbelievable. And as Benimaru is falling to the ground, completely out of energy, who's there to save the day? Hits Shinra in the bridal position carry and a fucking giant grin on his face. Now you think that might have been the end of the episode. No, watch past the actual, credits, which I hate when they do this. There's actually more information. So we see the aftermath, everyone's rebuilding, everyone's pitching in, even Benimaru. Now Takahisa comes out of nowhere and says, hey Captain, we're fucked. The White Clad took this opportunity and basically destroyed any evidence left over at that company where we were going to investigate. He's like, crap. So basically it's time to go home. I mean, there's nothing else they can do. If they destroyed the evidence, there's basically no link in Asuka anymore. There's no reason to be here in the 7th. It's time to get out of here, because even Obi says later on, we're probably the reason that this entire event triggered. So they're saying goodbye to the 7th, and it seems the 8th is now going to be their friends, because we see not only the twins have taken a liking to everyone, especially Obi, bring us back candy, bring us back treats whenever you come here, but Captain Obi and Captain Benimaru share a cup of Japanese sake. And if you guys know anything, especially from all the knowledge I've gained through One Piece, that is a big deal, especially traditional wise, that this is like a brotherly bond, as we saw with, Ace, Sabo, and Luffy, and later on with, the Straw Hat Fleet, but that was like a father-son kind of sake thing. But still, this means not only are Obi and Benimaru drinking buddies, their bond is stronger than average. He's like, hey man, if you guys ever need me, you let me know. You make a call and I'll fucking be there, with a giant grin on his face. And honestly, the episode ends with the most ironic thing ever. Shinra sees a smile and begins to laugh at it, like, dude, you're the most cringy smile of the entire series. That's your whole shtick, where you have the nervous disorder where you have to smile. So it's, dude, you're gonna take out that laughter. Dude, Benimaru will crush you. Like I said, you can tell by my excitement, I absolutely loved everything about today's episode. It gave me chills and goosebumps, and that is how you do a boss fight. That is how you do animation. It was so pretty, so dynamic, so fluid, and literally it makes you feel like, oh shit, like shit is going down. Like you feel the tension, you feel the excitement, and once the battle's over, you feel the relief, and you can even enjoy the other funnier moments, like when the twins, they finally find the missing one, the one that was impersonated, which Arthur Need, the impersonator, she's beating the shit out of the people. You know how she got captured? She didn't get captured, she got lured in with fucking candy. Like, you're able to laugh at those moments, but then when they transform into like the fire foxes, like, oh, that was so cool. Like you can appreciate it when the art and the animation and everything is on point. point. You can appreciate those smaller moments. Every detail was taken care of. I absolutely loved it. And again, we're left up with more setups, more mysteries to solve. What is the Adala link? What is the revelation coming from the demon? Are there any more type of classifications of infernals? Where does the investigation move on now that their only link is gone? Like I said, I absolutely love this series. Fire Force is fucking amazing. I'm so glad that they're back. So with that being said, I cannot wait for future episodes.